All right, this is sport rant number 2. The first one had some issues. Okay, people who know me know I'm not a prohibitionist. I believe people ought to be able to live the life they want as long as they're not hurting anyone else. But just like everything, just because you have a right to do it, you probably should have some regulation. And one of the most damning things to our society, one of the most destructive, sadistic, sick, demented things in our society is sports. Sports kills and cripples children and adults pretty much on a regular basis. There's brain damage from sports. You got these young Olympic girls especially who end up hurting their knees and their ankles. Even though they're like 20 years old, they have problems like they're in their 60s and beyond from doing sports, okay? And look at the violence associated with sports. You know that old joke, I went to see a fight and a hockey game broke out, and that stuff is permitted, okay? It's permitted. Are these people going to jail? For the most part, no, okay? And look at the riots that happened. And it's been documented. Riots sometimes occur by the fans of the winning team. If your team won, why are you rioting? Okay, that just shows you the mentality of the people who are involved in sports. Okay, and let's not forget about the occasional rape. Okay, that happens too. You can't deny it. So why are sports forced upon our society? They kill, they cripple, they encourage people to do all kinds of destructive behaviors, and people act like it's just this wonderful thing. It's not. It's a social disease as far as I'm concerned. And let's have some common sense regulations, okay? Like for instance, if I want to turn on the TV or listen to a radio broadcast, why should a sports game interrupt a regular scheduled broadcast, especially if it's the news? Granted, I don't believe everything I hear in the news, but sports cannot possibly be considered more important than the news. And you know, sometimes when you listen to like a radio broadcast, those are live, and if you miss those, you're never going to hear it again, not even at a later time. And sometimes the radio actually does go into depth. Okay? So why are sports more important than the news? They're not. It's just the arrogance of the sports fan. Another way they're arrogant is they have their hand out to the taxpayer. Oh, pay for my stadium, or pay for my kids' sports stuff at the school and whatnot. I mean, it's crazy, okay? 3 common sense regulations we need. Number 1, sports are not allowed on the over-the-air broadcasts on TV or radio. Just like you can't have X-rated movies over the TV and radio, you can't have sports. Number 2, age restrictions. No one under 16 should be allowed to be engaged in organized sports. If kids want to have a little game around the neighborhood, fine. Number 3, no taxpayer support. If we don't have to pay for pornography, if we don't have to pay for abortion, why should the taxpayers have to pay for sports? Thank you.